Cats, come on, people.
Oh, man. Oh, well. The following audio was recorded during a meeting of the Department of Offense. It is not suitable for children, the easily offended, or anyone with actual taste. You have been warned.
Jane Goodall motorboating at Gorilla's floppy milk. Segways everywhere. Schmegma. Dick cheese.
Ew.
I would make a lot of rectangles. I could never do squares right.
We all had to put pants on this week because you're here.
And now it's time for the Department of Offense. Welcome to episode 76 of the Department of Offense. I'm your host, Casey. Joining me, as always, is Carlos.
I'm right here.
He's so excited today. So excited. He'll wake up. It'll be fine. And Matt.
Hello.
Yeah, another
I'm awake.
Yay, Matt's awake. All right, we're good. We're good. Matt's awake. And we have reorganized the studio. For those of you guys watching live, we have a couple of cameras set up, and you can see we have a slightly new layout. A lot more room down here, Matt.
Yes,
a lot
I
more
love it.
room. And I have this whole command center thing that I'm not sure what to do with yet. There's a lot of shit going on behind me.
It's all good.
I don't know, it feels weird having everything off to the side.
Having
and
three
behind me.
computers over by you?
Yeah, instead of just two.
Yes.
I don't. It's another whole computer. I don't know how to deal with it. So, Carlos, what have you been up to this week?
Well, I read a couple more books in the Iron Druid series. That was fun. I also, for the first time ever, yesterday in the morning before I went to sleep, I watched Nightmare Before Christmas.
Wait, that was the first time you'd seen Nightmare
Yeah,
Before Christmas?
seen it.
Wow.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. What's your favorite part?
What's this?
What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this?
Yeah, that was fun.
I love that movie.
That's just a fun thing to if you just want to annoy somebody, you just start going around. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this?
I mean, my dad took me to that when it came out in the theaters.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
Same with Hocus Pocus. I remember those two vividly.
Hocus Pocus, man. Every Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and then that cat gets run over and reinflates itself.
Yeah.
That was a weird special effect.
It was a good one.
The
You think
witches
it's just like
riding the vacuums.
Kathy Jimmy is the greatest. She is hilarious.
All right, gotta turn Carlos up.
But no, that's ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
Well, Carlos, apparently you're just being really quiet today.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not
It's
actually sorry.
better
I was
be.
just saying I was sorry.
I know you're not sorry. I know you're not sorry. That's right, guys. You can listen to this show live every Saturday. The time varies, but it's on Saturdays all the time. Just watch our Facebook feed for updates, and you can catch all the streams at blindnewstudios.com/live.
And why would they wish to do something like that?
Because then they can see our glorious faces.
And
the
you can
delicious
chat
beer
to
that
us
we're-
while we talk.
Yeah, and you can join in on the conversation.
You can interrupt us like an interrupting cow.
Moo.
I'm pretty sure that our conversations are lost causes anyway. So,
You're probably
yeah, you might
right.
just make it better.
really, they could just sleep in a little bit more, and then maybe
Carlos, it's 11 o'clock. Nobody's sleeping at 11 o'clock. on a
Peter,
Saturday.
I think, is.
I would have been.
It's lazy.
Where are you, Peter? You're supposed to be here.
Oh, Peter. So, Matt, what have you been up to this week?
Sleeping, watching Netflix. Me and my mom watched 7 episodes in a row of Orange is the New Black. She never saw it before.
Good stuff.
Then we finished it last night.
The
We
first
had
season?
The first season. She was obsessed.
Really,
The
you
second
watched
season's
that-
better.
You watched that with your
Oh, yeah. She was obsessed with Weeds when that came out, too. So I'm like, yeah, you'll probably like this. And, yep, she loves it.
There's a lot of prison sex.
Yeah.
That's okay.
A lot of prison sex. That show has a lot of prison sex, guys.
It does seem to have that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, Donna, she's pretty,
Right?
yeah.
Damn.
I was surprised when I saw her. I was like, hey, that's the girl from that
Yeah,
70s
right?
show.
Yep.
The black hair, it throws me off.
She
And her
did end up
eyebrows,
in
way, thinned out, too.
She has some weird eyebrows going on. I'm not really sure what to do with that. I don't know.
She looks like one of the Suicide Girls.
Yeah. But wait until you start season 2.
I already finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Season 2 blows season
Yeah.
1 out of the water.
They're
It
two
was so
completely
good.
different stories. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Though, mild spoiler alert, Well, I guess not really, but the sub story with her boyfriend was I felt kind of weak
You mean in the second season?
in the second season. Or
Yeah,
her
I was
ex.
happy it was weak because that was annoying me.
Yeah.
I was just arguing and arguing and arguing. Nothing was happening.
Well, yeah, no, but it was just I don't know. Well, and who would have a baby and then go to Alaska? That seems like a terrible decision. I mean, besides Carlos.
There's Donna. She's got a bit thicker eyebrows. That's better.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just the color. Maybe the red look. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Okay, cool. I have been getting reset up in the studio. I mean, we did a bunch the other night.
Till 1:30, I think.
Yeah, we were down here till 1:30, just rearranging the studio for fun, for funsies, guys, for funsies. It looks a lot better. You guys definitely need to check out this video. It's pretty badass. It's baller.
It's not that badass. They have to actually look at a video.
Yeah, you have to be here.
There's not.
So
really
yeah, you
anything-
should come to the show and then
There's-
we'll interview you.
There's not
What are
really
you doing?
anything exciting about looking at somebody else's basement.
I disagree, Carlos.
They can look around and say, "Yeah, it could be a much worse disaster." But there's not.
Fuck
really-
you, Carlos.
Well, I'm just saying, there's nothing exciting about it.
I was excited, and therefore it's exciting.
Well, I mean, obviously you're aiming low here. Then
Yeah, Carlos, what show do you think you're on?
that's a good point.
Lowest common denominator.
That's a good point, I suppose.
Other than that, Steam sales. I've been playing some Stanley Parable.
Yeah, enjoying
Oh,
it.
Stanley. Yeah, it's such a fun game. For those of you who don't know, Stanley Parable is a game where you play an office worker, and a mysterious narrator tries to tell you what to do, and you don't listen to him.
or you
or-
can listen to
Or you
them.
can listen to
Yeah.
him.
That's a fun game.
It is.
I have to download it.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, I just have the one achievement left in it. I have to play for the entirety of a Tuesday. That's the last achievement I have left.
Why haven't you done that yet, Carlos?
Because it means that I have to leave my computer on for 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Seems like a lot of work.
What if it crashed or something, or the computer decides, hey, I'm gonna restart now? That'd suck.
Or you could just play Stanley Parable for 24 hours.
That's silly. That's not necessary.
I think it might be.
No.
I think it might be. Oh, Carlos, I had a question that I wanted to ask you the other day, but I figured I'd wait until the show. What are your thoughts on Arbor Day?
Arbor Day.
Yeah, well,
Isn't that where you plant trees?
yeah. That's the day where everyone plants trees, because you have this thing where you hate trees.
Yeah.
And I just want to know what your thoughts on Arbor Day being a national
Why do you
holiday.
hate trees?
Well, because they spread pollen, and pollen just literally tries to kill you.
No,
It
the
goes around-
trees are not spreading the pollen that you're allergic to. It's probably ragweed or something.
Well, there's also trees that spread pollen, so there. And there's also trees that try to kill people. Like the one in Australia.
The one in Australia, yes. Carlos is convinced that the tree in Australia is sentient and murdering people.
I'm not saying that's sentient. I'm just saying don't. Maybe keep that in mind.
Just don't go near it.
So then you must have loved The Happening.
I never watched it
Oh.
because that
gave it
sounds
away.
absolutely horrible.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert, apparently in The Happening, the trees are trying to kill
You never
everybody.
said
No,
either?
you see, people were just killed by in that movie. They were killed by
People are
trees
going crazy and
sneezing,
killing
so-
themselves, and then it ends up being the tree's pollen that's making them go insane and kill themselves, or turn into raging killers.
Not his best work. It's
No.
not M Night. Best
Oh,
work at
M
all.
Night
Well-
Shyamalan.
And M. Night hasn't had a good movie since
Unbreakable.
Sixth Sense.
Unbreakable's amazing.
It's so
Unbreakable's
long.
okay.
It's fun though.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's not. I don't know. It's
not a superhero movie, no, because it's slow. But you know what? I think it's my favorite of all of his stuff.
of
that he's
the M.
done.
Night Shyamalan
Yeah.
movies.
But anyways, about Arbor Day, yeah, I think it's silly that people are planting all these plants that are going to turn around and try to kill them.
Why haven't you started an anti-tree lobby, Carlos?
That's silly. To be a lobbyist, you have to have money that you throw at everybody else.
Well, not if you just become a lobbyist.
Where am I going to get that money?
No, you just first you need to find go work for the oil company and become a lobbyist for them, and then just steal all their money and lobby for anti-trees and more oil.
I suppose that they would be all for me trying to kill the environment. I think they're probably more efficient about it than I am.
Probably. All right, we got some beers in front of us. We're doing something a little different this week. Last week we had the 2013 Harvest, or Southern Hemisphere Harvest Fresh Hop IPA from Sierra Nevada. And so this week we picked up the 2014, and we figured it would be fun to try the 2013 side by side with it. So that's what we're going to do today. If you remember, I really liked the 2013. Carlos didn't care for it.
I didn't care.
So we'll see if anything changes here.
Why is one an IPA and one an ale?
They're both IPAs.
Ooh, okay. They just didn't write IPA on that one.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So the 2013's going around first.
We need more people around the table to easily rotate
Right.
this.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, next week we'll have a full studio.
Oh, yes. Eric's father's coming?
Yeah, special guest, Eric's dad. And your dad's welcome to join us too.
I don't know what he'll be doing, but okay.
Well, I mean, we are trying, his favorite beers.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And we have a very special show planned for next week, so you guys are definitely going to check that out. Listen live. It'll be a fun show to listen live to, and it'll probably go a little long.
I'll be here too. Doesn't that make it special as well?
No,
Always,
Carlos, you're here
always.
every show, so I don't know if
Not
that makes
every
it.
show. I'm not here every show.
Every Department of Offense in the past year you've been on.
Yes, but not every show.
You're right.
I
Not
think,
every
what,
show.
like 2 of them you missed, maybe?
Carlos doesn't do Homebrew Bound,
Okay.
and he doesn't do Soundwave.
I thought you were just talking about every show of Department of Offense.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
I'll
about.
pass over that beast.
Beast. Some Edward 40 hands. All right, so I guess I'll go over this while people are trying it quick. All right, so what you guys remember from last week, this is an American IPA that comes in at 6.7% ABV, made with all New Zealand hops. So you got Pacific Hallertau as the bittering, flavored with New Zealand Mateko, and New Zealand Southern Cross.
That's a good
last
song.
last week we heard a lot of just a ridiculous amount of melon in the 2013. I don't know if the 2014.
Yeah, there's something like that, yeah. Melon is a good one.
Yeah. So Carlos.
Well, the older one, I still think it's a little bitter. I just don't like the specific bitter taste that they went with on
Mhm.
it. But of course, that also could be because it might be a little bit different since it's from the Southern Hemisphere instead of the other, the northern one.
Yep.
So I haven't tried the new one yet, though.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get that.
All right, Matt.
They taste completely different.
They do, don't they? Massively different.
And neither of them
wow.
really taste like an IPA.
Well, it's not your traditional American
Yeah.
IPA. So
Interesting.
what do you think?
1 second.
All right. Okay. So here are my initial notes. The 2013, the older one, a much harsher bitterness, especially on the aftertaste. It comes and it just lingers. It stays and sticks around. On the 2014, it's a lot lighter. That melon comes through. It's a lot brighter.
Holy hell, yeah.
The melon is it's slapping you in the face multiple times, and it's amazing.
It's kind of like they just strained the melon out of the 2014 one. Right? It's like
Right.
every year they'll just take another flavor out until it's just
Yeah. I mean the melon is still in the 2013.
barely.
It's buried under like that vegetal hop character. And this has a lot more. It's just a lot brighter. And so yeah, I highly recommend getting this fresh, cuz fresh, this is something I could drink
Yeah.
every day,
I wouldn't mind having this on tap.
right? Carlos?
Yeah, I like the fresher one better. It's not as not so much of a dark bitterness going on with the 2013.
Mhm. Are you picking up the melon in this one? Cuz last week you couldn't pick up melon.
I am actually. I'm getting a little bit more of that.
Okay.
Not by much though. Maybe I just can't taste melon very well.
Possible. I guess the best way to describe it is like watermelon candy.
Yeah.
like watermelon flavor. That's what I'm getting.
I do like Jolly Ranchers, so
Yeah, I like the 2014 better too.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I like the I like the label on the 2013 better though.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet.
Of course, we also may have. It also sat around for an extra year, though. So
Oh no,
there's
yeah. And that's and I have a feeling
Wait,
if
this one's been sitting here for a year.
not here for you.
Oh, I was gonna say.
No. Beer doesn't last that long around here. Unless it's Hebrew 16.
Oh God,
Ugh.
never again. Miles, why did you give that to us?
He knew.
He knew.
Yeah. I raved about the 13 last week. This week the 13 is shit. Give me more 14. Yeah. If you see it, buy it.
So, what is the rating on your site
We talked about it last week. It's a 91 for this beer.
for the 2014?
Just for the beer.
They
overall.
just keep it
Yep.
overall, all right?
Yeah. So fresh, 91 for sure or higher. It's a very, very well made IPA. It's slightly dry. It's not like the bitterness doesn't it lingers, but on the fresh one it doesn't linger too long.
How long does before the flavor starts flavoring on?
It depends on the bottling process and on the beer itself, but usually IPAs, the fresher the better. Like if you can get them, when they're right out of the fermenter, right after they've been dry hopped, couple of weeks, that is gonna be your best IPA right there. And then there's just a gradual drop off until about, I'd say, a couple months in, and then you're gonna hit your steeper drop off, and then it's just those hop flavors will start to go away. Those more delicate flavors, and they'll be replaced by just a harsher bitterness like this.
All right.
Yeah.
I do know for sure I like this fresher one.
Oh, for
far
sure.
more. So.
For sure. Where did my notes go, Carlos? Why did you hide them from me?
Now I have Southern Cross stuck in my head.
I refuse to apologize.
Sometimes some good old songs are good.
And now the Department of Defense presents News with Casey.
That's me. With Casey.
With Casey.
Hey. I'm sick of your tone, Carlos.
News with Casey.
That's what I said.
Casey.
Did you not?
Casey.
That's what I said. 25-year-old Idaho man Matthew Coombs allegedly broke into Trisha Gillespie's home while nude the other day. Gillespie's husband chased Coombs from the home with a gun, but Coombs wouldn't leave the yard until police arrived to take him away. When Trisha took a look to see if anything was taken, she found that Coombs had turned on the sprayer on the sink and stuck it in a drawer that had started to flood the kitchen. Really?
He's badass.
Right? Oh, he had also shit on the floor and smeared it around everywhere.
That's I was waiting for that part.
Crazy eyes ain't got nothing on him.
Right. Coombs was not arrested. He was just given 2 citations and then released.
Wow.
What? No.
Right?
You definitely should have gone
To a
breaking
psych
out
ward.
and entering. And
Well, it's at least
There has to be more to this
felony
where did this take place?
destruction of property. In Idaho.
Idaho.
You'd think that.
No, Idaho.
Yeah, you Idaho.
No, Idaho.
No, Idaho.
Idaho.
You would think that in Idaho that
I'm so confused.
there wouldn't be that much more going on, and maybe they just bring him in anyways.
Maybe like he got like community service or something. He just has to peel a bunch of potatoes
Well, naked
Potato.
and shitting everywhere.
in a flooded kitchen. An unidentified American exchange student had to be rescued by 22 firefighters in southern Germany after he got stuck in a vagina sculpture. Apparently, he just wanted a funny picture.
That would probably happen to me too, actually.
You just see a vagina sculpture and be like, I need
want
to
a funny
crawl in that."
picture. And then I get stuck.
Well, they didn't put a sign up saying "Don't touch."
Don't touch the vagina.
No, I figured they
No touch.
probably were like, all right, people are going to realize this isn't a real vagina, and it's not going to expand to allow smaller.
Yeah, stone
larger things
vaginas
in
don't
it.
do that.
They don't. You can't fit in a stone vagina.
You can try though.
You can, and then 22 firefighters have to come rescue you. I figure it was
Did
just
they have
two
to cut-
firefighters
Do
doing
they
the.
have to give it a C-section?
I figure it was just two firefighters doing the actual work with like the jaws of life opening up the vagine, and then everyone else
just
with
watching.
cameras
Yeah.
taking
Where's the
pictures and
viral
selfies
video?
with
Is there
the
a
guy.
video?
There was not a video, but I bet they had a great laugh at that at the fire station later.
Probably.
An unidentified woman has been banned from the Memphis, Tennessee Zoo after she climbed over a barrier to the lion enclosure and tried to feed the lions cookies. Her actions were reported by zookeepers, by other zoo patrons, who saw her jump over the barrier and heard her singing to the lions.
Another crazy person.
You think she was singing like Circle of Life or something?
He might not have been singing any words. She was probably too high for trying to feed them cookies.
Were they pot cookies?
It's possible, I guess.
Oh my god, this
Or maybe
picture of the
LSD.
man stuck in the vagina is hilarious.
Yeah.
It is quite delightful. Google it.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
it's
put it
fun
on
stuff.
our Facebook.
Good call.
You should probably like clarify instead of just saying man second vagina. You should probably maybe narrow down your Google search a little bit.
Oh, that's what I did. It was the first two on the Google search. So I think
Wait,
it's-
did
you're
you
safe.
really just
I
Google?
said man stuck in vagina. And that was the first two. And the headline for this one says, "Man gets stuck in a vagina. Student bring meaning to the phrase born again."
Oh, that's a Jesus reference. Black bears in eastern Kentucky are taking a page out of Winnie the Pooh's book and roaming Letcher County for honey.
Oh.
They have been raiding beehives and breaking into homes to steal honey. Silly bears.
I saw a giant black bear when I went fishing the other day.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was cool.
Did it try to steal your honey?
Nope.
Well, that's good. And that, kids, is why you never bring honey into the woods.
Did it try to take your picnic basket?
Your picnic basket?
What do you do, boo?
In Alaska, another black bear has a sweet tooth. This one fell through a skylight during a 1-year-old's birthday party and immediately went for the cupcakes on the living room table,
That's
eating them all. Can you imagine? You're sitting around a table, and all of a sudden a bear falls through the ceiling and then eats all your cupcakes.
Oh my god, what was that? And gets it right up, waddles to the cupcakes. And
After the cupcakes were gone, the family was able to usher the bear out the back door, but he wasn't quite done yet. He stuck around and peered in at the party through the window on the back porch. So the bear's just like, "Hey guys, you need more cupcakes?" Cupcakes.
so wait, so he stuck around?
Yeah. The bear's like, "Hey,
No, like how did they usher him outside though to get him?
I have no idea."
So I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to be within like 10 feet of a black bear.
So Carlos, if a bear fell through the ceiling, what is your immediate reaction?
First, I'd check to see if there's anybody else in the room, and then I'd check to see if I can move faster than them. Unless like I'm really dedicated on like whatever show I'm watching, and then I'll just keep watching.
And just be like, hopefully the bear will just ignore me. Just keep throwing beef jerky at the bear.
No. Why would I? No. Why would I throw beef jerky at the bear?
Because then he won't eat you.
But I like beef jerky, so no.
Do you like not being eaten by a bear more than beef jerky?
That's a rough choice. And if it ever came down to it, I might have to make a choice between the two. But until then, I think I'm going to. I'm going to stick with beef jerky for now, being better.
That makes sense. The bear eventually left that party and crashed a second party after that one before wildlife officers caught up with it. And then they had to put the bear down because it had diabetes from eating all the cupcakes.
That bear had breaking and entering down.
Right. The bear's like, weakest place in the house, the roof.
They had to put it down because it was going to teach the other bears how to break and enter into people's houses.
And steal all the cupcakes.
I'm sorry, I can't get over this man gets stuck in vagina. It's the funniest fucking thing I've seen in a while. Oh my god.
Just imagine that. Bear
Okay,
shaking.
continue.
All right. A new study published by the CDC, hang on.
Ooh.
That was an old thing never mind. Ignore the CDC thing. You guys are all
You got me so
okay.
intrigued.
All right. Well, basically, the new study published by the CDC said that Between 2002 and 2010, 1 in 10 deaths was caused by excessive alcohol consumption.
Sounds about right.
That's a big number. In men ages, I think it was like 24 to 64.
Oh, I would have thought it'd be young people.
Nope.
Wow.
No,
Was that like also including accidents and such with a?
I don't know. It didn't say. Usually those things do to inflate the numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like, wow, that's intriguing. I mean, we've been doing this for almost 2 years and we haven't died yet, so I'm not worried.
It could happen though.
We've had 10 people in the studio and nobody died from excessive alcohol consumption.
We
That's
haven't
how
we haven't
statistics
gotten
work.
that far yet, though.
Although I volunteer you first because I don't want to die.
No, I'm not going to die first.
Mind if I take the last of this harvest here?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I'll be sad.
We do have some double IPA on tap.
We do. There is that. Pretty good. But it's not Melanie.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna have to try to brew one of these.
Mhm.
Because I really like
I
that
like the
melon
Southern, yeah.
character.
Toss some melon rinds in there.
Well, when I do my watermelon, I have all the stuff for a watermelon wheat, and I was just gonna use Hallertau again, but maybe I'll use some of this and try to bring that melon out more. That is a good idea, Matt. You're a genius. Anyway, Kim Jong Un apparently doesn't like Seth Rogen's new movie, The Interview.
Have you seen a trailer for that, Carlos?
I've not.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
They try and kill him in the movie.
Yeah. The Interview is about an American talk show host and his producer, played by James Franco and Seth Rogen, accepting a CIA proposal to turn their North Korea trip to interview Kim Jong-un into an assassination attempt.
That's awesome.
Kim Jong-un has responded by saying that the film is the most blatant act of terrorism and war that will absolutely not be tolerated. And if the U.S. administration allows and defends the showing of the film, a merciless countermeasure will be taken. He will make his own movie, is my theory. Called The Interview 2 with Kim Jong-un, where he comes to America
To interview Seth Rogen.
and James Franco
Yeah.
and then assassinates them.
Probably.
Starring Seth Rogen and James Franco. And surprise, surprise, they're dead at the end of the film.
Oh.
It stars them, but
However-
they actually play the opposite each other's roles.
It is great how pissed off the government of
Oh,
North
they're
Korea
so
is about
angry.
this movie.
Well, and the best part, how did the citizens of North Korea find out about it?
I don't know.
Like, well, that's the big question, because they're supposedly...
Well, I don't think the citizens found out about
No,
it.
the citizens found out about it before the government
What?
did, and that's why they're so pissed. Is because it's a big breach in their firewall or whatever for their internet, and apparently people don't like the great leader. I don't understand. He's such a good guy and so comical.
So they're going to probably try to watch it when it comes out illegally.
And then they will get killed for watching a Seth Rogen movie.
Did his
Which is
father
silly.
say anything about him being in Team America? Wasn't that or was it? That
Yeah.
was Kim Jong Il, right? That was in Team America.
He
Police.
wasn't in it.
Well, no, I know, but just like this.
No, I thought it was Kim Jong Un.
No, it was
No,
his father.
Il was at the time.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Kim Jong Un. Yeah, the article didn't say anything about that, but we needed to talk about this because it's fucking funny. First of all, the American government couldn't do anything about this movie, even if they wanted to,
Yeah.
because it's America, and I don't think Kim Jong Un understands how other countries work
Yeah.
Nope.
or how puny his little country is compared to all of the others. Does he have any friends? Like any
Fake
country
friends.
Do like him and Putin hang out? They seem like they'd be friends.
I don't know. I think he kind of unfriends all his friends.
Yeah, on time.
Kim Jong Un's Facebook page and 0 friends. It's like that episode of South Park with like the weird kid who has 0 Facebook friends.
Time.com says the North Korean government has promised a merciless retaliation against the United States if the interview is released, calling the film an act of war.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna try to launch a missile that's gonna fail again? Oh no!
But I bet you, Seth Rogen and James Franco were never thinking they'd be starting an act of war with a movie.
Well, the best part is this is a huge amount of free publicity.
Yeah,
I'm going to see
right?
this movie. I didn't even know this movie was coming out.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I'm going to
until
see
I
it
saw-
now
I saw
because
it on
of this.
the nightly news or whatever. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll go see this now.
Yeah, you have to. If you are a true American, you have to watch this movie. I mean, the only thing that could make this movie more American is if somehow they resurrected John Wayne and put him in this movie. Seth MacFarlane, a maker of Family Guy, has joined the Reading Rainbow Kickstarter, which has broken the $4 million mark, and is saying that he will match the next $1 million raised for the project. So when they hit $4 million, Seth MacFarlane's like, you know what? I get all this money laying around. It's all Family Guy money. It's just gonna keep rolling in. So you guys raise another $1 million, and I'll throw another $1 million on top of that. That's gonna put it up to $6 million. Well, the original goal was 1, wasn't it?
Maybe. I can't remember if it was 1 million or 500,000.
Either way, they blew past their Well, they reached that in less than 24 hours, didn't they?
They did.
I think they hit their first. Was it 3 million? No, it was their first $1 million in under 24 hours. I think they hit 2 in like 3 days.
My you know Cheryl Nelson, my mom's friend. Her daughter works at Kickstarter, and she got to meet LeVar Burton
That's cool.
Jealous.
because of the Reading Rainbow.
LeVar
stuff.
Burton seems like a really cool dude.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, she was working with the Reading Rainbow stuff and got to meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she help make the Kickstarter video? Because
Probably not.
Did you see the Kickstarter video?
No, I didn't.
It's awesome. Basically, it's LeVar Burton going into a school and nobody can talk to him because they're all so starstruck.
Amazing.
And then, like, finally one person's like, butterfly in the sky.
Oh God, that's great.
And then the ending was perfect.
Wow.
With,
Kickstarter is amazing.
I can't remember the name of the actor, but the person who plays Data.
Brent Spiner.
He, at the very end, he walks in the same school. Like they have no idea who he is.
How old are these kids? Like, what kind of a school?
It was an
Elementary.
elementary school, but it was all the teachers and stuff who were.
Oh, I was
who
gonna
were-
say, like, kids know this.
No,
still?
like I mean, well, the kids were like slack-jawed, but the teacher was the one who was like, butterfly in the sky, fly
That's great.
twice as high, take a look. All right, I'm done now. Just because.
I recognized him more as
Geordie LaForge.
Geordie, yeah.
Can't even remember his name. Gosh.
Yeah, sorry. I had Geordie in my head.
Oh man. All right. I'm gonna pour some more beer, and then we're gonna have our discussion. I'm really excited about
Oh
today's
yeah, I
discussion.
forgot.
So, I guess to preface this, you guys have heard about the whole Ebola outbreak in West Africa, right?
Now I have.
Yeah, I have now.
Oh, okay. So, it's apparently the biggest Ebola outbreak in history. And if I'm being completely honest, the only reason I know about Ebola is because of a great 90s, I think it was in the 90s,
Yeah.
called Outbreak, with Dustin Hoffman
Morgan Freeman.
and Morgan Freeman
And a monkey.
and a monkey.
And there was a girl too. Was it like Ashley Judd or something? Like
You
that?
have the laptop in front of you.
Oh, yeah, I
IMDb that shit.
All right.
Oh, you have a bunch of beer yet? I'm gonna just finish that then. It's the 13, so it's disappointing.
1995.
95. Okay.
Rene Russo.
All right. So what I know about Ebola is it can be cured by monkey blood.
Yes.
So
But that's because the monkey started it.
yes. So
We don't know how this started.
there's a massive Ebola outbreak, and all I can think of is, well, shit. They need to get Dustin Hoffman on this staff.
Oh shit. Kevin Spacey's in the movie too, and so is Cuba Gooding Jr. and so
Oh,
is
that's right.
Donald Sutherland and Patrick Dempsey. I didn't know
Yeah.
Dempsey was doing anything back in the 1995. Interesting.
Not a whole lot.
No.
But yeah, so this week we are going to talk about disaster. I guess not really disaster movies, but we're going to make our own disaster movie. So you get to think up any sort of disaster. It can be a terror attack, it can be a natural disaster, it can be disease, what have you. And you have to craft your team of specialists. either out of fictional characters, or the people you want to play them, or like so fictional characters, actors. It can be any, just your team of specialists to combat this, how they would combat this, and why you chose them to do that.
That's
All right.
a lot to think about.
It is, but it'll be fun. We'll help each other out. So, Matt, why don't you get us started? So just
what do you want my first thing to be?
Let's do it this way. Let's craft it as a group.
Oh, okay.
That might be easier.
How do you want this to start?
All right. Well, give us some a disaster.
Let's say that the interview happened and Kim Jong-un got pissed and did a dirty bomb on the U.S.
Okay. So there's a dirty bomb attacking the U.S.
Yes.
Okay. Immediately, I want Kiefer Sutherland.
Okay.
Well,
You got to get his father in there too, then somehow.
Donald Sutherland.
Yes.
Well, but see, Kiefer. I mean, we need Jack Bauer.
Oh, yes.
I mean, if you have a dirty bomb in the U.S., Jack Bauer's the obvious choice, isn't it, Carlos?
well, I'm not very set on having a bomb in America. I think you should go with something else, a bigger disaster.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. First, we have to deal with the dirty bomb.
So, dirty bomb, Kiefer Sutherland, I guess, because he'll fight vampires or something.
No, he's Jack Bauer.
Oh wait, that's right. He was a vampire. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Lost Boys.
He was also a gunfighter in Young Guns.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a vampire, and so we have vampire Kiefer Sutherland there wandering around trying to stop the bomb, except might infect his blood supplies because it's Red Cross.
I like it. Okay, so the bomb's gonna go off at a Red Cross.
The Red Cross headquarters.
Where's that?
I don't know.
Let's say it's in New York.
Okay.
But the people can't leave because the doors are like taped shut.
Tape
shit.
shut.
Well, who's gonna help with that, Matt?
Well, look at how good Brad Pitt did in World War Z. So I think he has to have something to do with this.
I finally saw that movie.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, it hit Netflix.
It's
And I
so
watched
good.
I watched the rated version, and then I saw the unrated version. I don't know if I should watch the unrated version or not. I don't think it's gonna be any different.
I don't think so either. I didn't realize there was unrated.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt has issues getting along with Kiefer Sutherland because he's
Oh,
a
yep.
member of the undead, and he doesn't want to get along with a member of the undead.
But
Oh, so
Brad Pitt.
now it's turning into a reluctant buddy cop movie.
But Brad Pitt was also the undead in Interview with the Vampire, so he could be a vampire too.
You know,
Oh.
maybe it's the same person. That's why he wasn't affected by the zombies.
Oh,
Oh man.
that could be.
But and
I feel like if there's
not buddy cop,
Okay.
they don't. Those two do not add the comedy for
We
it.
need somebody in between here. Who's it going to be?
Oh, man.
Carlos
Well-
should pick the next guy.
I think, well, maybe Sarah Michelle Gellar should. I mean,
No.
but
no.
we have a bunch of vampires.
No.
Okay, fine.
Will you could toss in? You know, there's a certain actor that's not doing a whole lot these days. Toss in Wesley Snipes.
What is Wesley Snipes doing?
So we're oh my god. Wesley.
Well, we have these two vampires.
Well, if we're going with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Wesley Snipes, we better get in like Jean-Claude Van Damme and stuff.
No.
like this shit.
You guys vetoed Sarah.
Okay.
So it's Wesley Snipes is coming in as Blade.
No, he's not his Blade.
Oh, he's not his Blade, but we have vampires.
You see, he's just in there as an in joke for the audience.
Oh, okay,
Because he's
okay.
a vampire
Yeah,
hunter.
the in joke.
But no,
okay.
he's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
Yes.
So somehow we have to intervene. We have to
So-
intervene this.
Okay,
Kiefer
so
and Brad
what
Pitt.
is Kiefer's profession? I still think he's
Bomb
working
stopper.
for. I think he's working for CTU,
Okay.
No,
What's
I don't know what that is.
counterterrorism unit.
Oh.
It's what his job is in 24.
No.
Okay.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, he's the killer in phone booth.
No, he should be president of the United States
Wait. So Kiefer Sutherland is president of the United States
and a vampire.
Oh god.
And a vampire. Okay. Why is
I
he?
think this
on
would be the worst movie ever, having Kiefer as a president. Well, Donald's played the president before, so
Yeah.
I guess. Oh, this could be a time travel movie.
Donald Sutherland is his Secretary of State.
I think we should go time travel.
No.
No, that's too complicated.
Because then they could just solve everything with time.
There's already-
No,
there-
but you said you wanted something else to happen, so that's when
No,
the something
there's
else
already
happens.
vampires. We can't add another element on top of it, otherwise it complicates things. And the vampirism isn't even the most important part. We still have the bomb going off.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't dealt with that yet. How is the president of the United States dealing with that, Carlos?
Pissed off because Brad Pitt's in there, and he's like, but Brad Pitt's the only one that can actually solve the problem. Brad Pitt's going to be the special force going into North Korea.
You know who we need opposite of Brad Pitt is oh God, what's her name from Gravity? Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock is the bomb expert
Oh, okay.
going in with Brad Pitt.
She could probably play that in a movie, actually.
Yeah, I would watch that movie.
She'd have to have the short hair again, too.
Yep. Okay, so Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt are going in to solve this movie.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt is
Or-
like leading the group, and then Sandra. He's like,
I don't know.
he's
I
got
like
to
the-
keep Sandra safe.
I like the thought that Kiefer Sutherland's like, he's president of the United States, a vampire, and he's also going to try to solve the bomb crisis himself. But he needs a little help from Brad Pitt.
Okay. I can see that. Where does Wesley Snipes come in?
He's just in there for the comic relief.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He just shows up like, Mr. President, there's a bomb.
And
Mr.
then
President,
he
you cannot
dies.
do that.
And he blows up or something.
Okay.
No, he doesn't blow up.
All right. So that's how we would deal with a bomb. Kiefer Sutherland, Brad Pitt, and Wesley Snipes.
What about Sandra Bullock? She's the bomb diffuser.
That's right. And Sandra Bullock shows up at the last minute to defuse the bomb.
Yes.
She pulls a Tom Cruise like coming from the ceiling.
Yep. All right. So our next one,
And how does it end?
they
I
defuse
say
the bomb.
Well, I say they can't defuse it because it's a special bomb that does not get diffused. So they have this frantic thing of moving the bomb so it doesn't infect the world's blood supplies and give everybody like cancer or something. So they're moving it, and then it blows up, and they move, and it blows the roof off, and then all the vampires die because there's sunlight coming in.
So then who's the new president?
Sandra Bullock.
Donald Sutherland.
No, I was going with Sandra Bullock because she's the only one who's not a vampire.
Oh, okay.
Probably
In
whoever
the
the
room.
vice president is going to become the
Yeah.
president.
Who was the vice president?
We didn't decide.
We didn't decide who the vice president was. It's Nicolas Cage.
I like it. I can see it. But he's not overacting
Didn't he
a
play
comedy
a
role.
vampire in
He's
some movie though too?
Probably.
Oh,
He's played.
can't have him then. Can't
he's
have him
played
then.
everything.
no, he's not going to be a vampire.
He's not a vampire in this one.
But I
He's-
thought we were just going with anybody who's played a vampire.
No,
in the
we were
past.
just-
All right.
He's not overplaying it as a comedy role. He's like really overplaying it as a heavy dramatic role.
okay.
I want to see this movie. Where do we get $60 million so we can make it?
I don't know.
All right. Next disaster. All right. So we
feeling
just
that 60 million would go straight to Brad Pitt, so I think we need more than that.
fine. $300 million.
Okay.
So we can make this movie because then we can hire Brad Pitt, Sandra Bullock, and Kiefer Sutherland
and Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Man, what a star-studded cast. Where's Clooney in this?
I know. I was thinking
Like,
that's who
Clooney
you're
just-
going to invite. We invite Sandra Bullock. That's
All right,
fine.
I think
That's
we
fine.
can solve that with this next one. I think this
All right. What's our next disaster, Carlos?
gravity starts going in reverse.
So everyone's floating.
No, they're just getting shot off the earth, except unless they're inside. So then they
What?
have to they have to figure out. They have to like, let's see. They can't go
I'm
inside
confused.
the earth.
Okay, so apparently gravity has decided, because it's a sentient being,
Yeah.
that it's not going to hold things towards objects, it's going to repel them from objects.
And like in the core, how they had to go into the earth to blow up bombs to
To change the spin of the Earth's core,
They're gonna have
because the spin changed, and that was going to throw everybody off Earth.
instead they have to go to space and blow up bombs to reset the gravity waves.
Wow. You could probably sell this to a movie studio, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
So are people actually like living on the stratosphere now or something?
No,
Or
no,
the-
because
No,
they fall
it-
into space and
So like
die.
if I touch the table, I'll fly away
What-
from the table.
all right, Carlos. How about this? Instead of it's happened, we know it's going to happen.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
kind.
We
don't
know
have to
it's-
try and decide how this is going.
Yeah, we know it's going to happen, and so we have to send up a special
ragtag crew.
a ragtag crew. Leader of the ragtag crew.
George
Bruce
Clooney.
Willis.
I was thinking Bruce Willis.
I was gonna have Bruce Willis in there, but I think we should have George Clooney in
No, because the person who's leading it has to be your blue collar oil rig.
George Clooney is the new president.
George Clooney's president. I like that. I think we need to have a
Morgan
black
Freeman.
president. Morgan Freeman is president. We're going Deep Impact on this bitch.
Oh, so this is happening right after what happened in like the asteroid comes to Earth. That is the effects. The asteroid hitting the Earth.
That's
the
right.
effects
So
of this gravity
during
situation.
During
happening.
the events of Deep Impact, they were gearing up for this mission because they knew as soon as the asteroid landed, it was going to reverse gravity.
Yes,
Now,
this is a good sequel to Deep Impact.
and the reason they're sending Bruce Willis up there is because he's an expert at digging gravity wells.
Yeah, and the fact is he helped the Earth in Armageddon, which happened
it's different
years before.
That was dealing with an oil well. This is gravity wells.
Completely
different.
The Secretary of Defense, or no, I take that back. The head of NASA in this movie is Kevin Costner.
I could go with that.
Yeah, I like Kevin.
All right.
You should get the guy who played Michael Keaton somewhere in there too. Then if you have Kevin Costner,
Michael Keaton gets him coffee.
Michael Keaton
No.
should be the bad guy.
Yeah, he should be the.
Did you
evil
guys
vice
see
president.
RoboCop?
He should be like the EPA guy in Ghostbusters, where he's like, "This is going to be an environmental disaster."
No,
Yeah.
not EPA.
Did you see RoboCop, the new one?
I have not seen the.
I thought it was
new
really good,
RoboCop.
and Michael Keaton plays the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
It's cool.
it's awesome. All right, so let's focus on the ragtag crew. So it's headed by. Do we decide on Bruce Willis?
Yes.
Because he knows how to mine gravity wells.
Yeah. And so we need the attractive younger person that's going after Bruce Willis's daughter, and I think we should go with Nicolas Cage for this role.
No.
No.
It's a little different of a role, but I think he can pull it off.
I veto that one.
No, I'm trying to think who would be good in the attractive younger role.
James Franco.
No,
he's too
getting
comical.
old. Man, who's?
James McAvoy.
Oh, McAvoy. That's a
James
good call.
McAvoy.
Oh yeah.
McAvoy, Professor X himself. And then I'm thinking, Steve
Buscemi.
Buscemi.
He was already in Armageddon with them. We gotta have a new reg
Yeah.
team.
Okay, fine. Who's good?
Otherwise,
fine.
we already have a love going on with Bruce Willis' daughter. We're going
True,
like
okay.
straight
You're
to this.
You're
now.
right. All right, fine. The crazy guy on the crew, Nicolas Cage.
All right.
We're playing to his strength with this one.
Like I was gonna say, either that or maybe Nicolas Cage will play Bruce Willis's daughter.
No. Right.
The
The crazy cosmonaut that they have to meet up with, Keanu Reeves.
I can go with that. That'd be,
yeah. I
That
think
would
the
be-
scientist of the crew should be Ewan McGregor.
all right.
Once he puts on his glasses, he's a good scientist.
And Bill Paxton is going along as the as the grizzled veteran of NASA who's actually flying the shuttle.
Okay, you're going with some Alien 2 here?
Yeah.
I see this.
And they're coming all the walls. He says that because because they come across him because they need him for this mission really badly, and they come across him while he's tripping on LSD.
I think we should have Tom Cruise somewhere in here too then somehow.
No, this isn't a Tom Cruise.
We don't have
vehicle
any
yet.
women in this yet.
There's
I
nowhere
know.
for him to run.
Well, no, we have Bruce Willis's daughter.
Liv Tyler.
No, who's being played by
How about
man,
She's definitely got to be older now, seeing as Bruce is grade.
you're right.
Did you guys see Red?
Tina Fey.
That's an odd one. Okay.
that's a really odd one?
Sure.
Okay.
Who else?
All right. So we're still trying to cast the daughter, right? Man, that's hard. That's rough. Because it has to be somebody.
Oh, I know. It'll be the girl from
Ellen Page.
oh, no, not Ellen Page, although that's not bad. Go with from Parks and Rec, the girl from that.
Audrey Plaza.
Audrey. Yeah, Audrey.
Aubrey
She's got
Plaza.
brown hair. I don't know what that is.
Aubrey,
She's the one She snarks all the time. in
Yeah,
that show.
she's has the dry
the deadpan.
humor.
I don't know,
Okay.
but okay.
And like that way, like she can just be like all dry-witted about the whole thing that's going on.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the daughter. We've cast a woman. Well, we could do
I think the crew.
the
needs to have a
crew. The
woman.
crew needs a woman.
Yeah.
Can we just cast Sandra Bullock?
I can think of a new one.
Okay. Who's gonna be on the crew? We need somebody.
We need Gary Oldman in this somehow.
Or maybe for the next movie.
Next
Oh,
movie.
okay, okay.
We got one more. I got to come up with a disaster yet.
Okay. Female is going to be.
On the crew. Somebody's gonna fit in.
Somebody who's going to fit in.
Oh, what about the actress who plays Kaylee from Firefly?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she could be the ship's mechanic again.
I don't know if I like that one.
She,
She's too oddball for the Reg team crew.
what,
I think.
what are you talking about?
Oh, what about the actress who plays Zoe? She's in Suits now. I can't remember her name.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking an older one.
Well,
she's older now.
yeah.
Maybe.
I think she'd work.
Yeah, or we could just get Betty White.
No, that's not.
What about like Tilda Swinton?
No.
She's a little too odd. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, so who's our crew so far? We have Bruce Willis,
Yeah. Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
and that's
Ewan
it, right?
McGregor's a scientist.
Yeah.
Oh, and Bill Paxton.
Oh, and Bill Paxton's
And Bill
the,
Paxton.
The girl should also be another pilot.
Yeah,
then.
another astronaut with Bill Paxton. So we need somebody who can astronaut with Bill. So somebody who's serious, but who's definitely gonna die.
What about Jennifer Connelly?
I don't know who that is.
What about
Give me a movie.
Jennifer Connelly was in she was in Labyrinth. She played the main girl in Labyrinth, and she was in Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, okay.
And,
Okay.
Or how about we go with Ross from Friends?
what about Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones?
Oh.
Khaleesi.
Yeah. No, Khaleesi's too young looking.
I don't know. When she has her actual black hair, she looks older.
Going down the Game of Thrones route? What about the girl?
Emily Blunt.
What about the girl who plays Cersei? And she could just be a really bitchy co-pilot.
I don't like her that much.
Okay.
What about Emily Blunt?
I could go with Emily Blunt.
I like Emily Blunt a lot.
Yeah. All right. Emily Blunt.
Or
So
Jennifer Lawrence.
J-Lo,
Too young,
She
too young.
She doesn't fit. She doesn't fit.
Emily
All right.
Blunt.
Emily Blunt. So our crew. So Morgan Freeman
The president.
is the president, and he has sent this. He has talked to Kevin Costner, who's the head of NASA, while the whole Deep Impact thing was going on, about sending up a crew to deal with the gravity wells. Kevin Costner, not having anybody who can actually do it, contacts his offshore gravity welling specialist, Bruce Willis.
Yep.
And he puts together his drilling team that consists of
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, and he needs one more person. We need a black guy,
Oh yes, we do.
Lawrence Fishburne.
All right.
Yeah, he's pretty rag team.
Yep. All right. So we got
Keanu here too.
Keanu's already up in space. They have to meet up with him to refuel.
Yeah.
So
I think we should Gary Oldman should be the president's like the guy, his right hand man who's telling him the wrong stuff to do. But
The secretary
Kevin Costner is the one that's like, no, this is what we have to do.
Is Gary Oldman the VP then?
Sure.
No, I think he should just be secretary.
Yeah.
Secretary of State?
Yeah.
Okay.
The person that
All right.
the president's going to be
All
like,
right.
oh yeah, we should do that.
All right, so Gary Oldman is Secretary of State. All right, so Bruce Willis puts together his team, or like he's like, I need these people, and it ends up being Nicolas Cage and Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
And then they send up two astronauts with them, who are Bill Paxton and Emily Blunt, and they have to dock with the ISS where they get Keanu Reeves
Doing a horrible accent with some other.
because he's Russian in this movie.
No, make him a Kazakhstani or something.
No, he's Russian.
He's Russian.
Okay.
And then they have to go to the moon to blow up the moon to fix the gravity
No,
wells.
they don't blow up the moon.
They have a bunch of bombs going off around
They
the
have
Earth.
to blow up bombs on the moon that rotate it so the other side faces us.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And that'll reset all the gravity.
They're not
wells.
bombs. They're rockets.
Yes.
Yes. Connect
To
rockets
spin the moon.
to the moon. Yes.
And
At the end, Bruce Willis has to stay back all alone.
he's going to, but then out of nowhere, Nicolas Cage knocks him out and tells the crew to take him with him, and that Nicolas Cage will stay there and do it.
okay.
I like it. I like it. And then Nicolas Cage finds the treasure.
I wish people are on chat to give us more hints with this. This
Miles
is
has been
fun.
texting me.
All right. What's your
right.
disaster, sir?
So we've done terrorism.
Yes. Natural
We've done
disaster.
natural. I think I think we really need to bring it back to the root of the discussion and talk about disease. I think we need to think like who is going to fight a mass pandemic. There's a pandemic happening and we need to stop it right now. Who is our head of CDC? Or no, I take that back. Who are our WHO doctors on the ground? We need the people at the source.
Was Nicolas Cage
Jodie Foster.
in both the movies so far?
Mm.
Was it Nicolas Cage in both the movies? Was he also in the first movie that we
Yes.
were talking about?
Nicolas Cage has been in everything.
I think we should give him a main role this time. He should also be the other Who doctor.
No, I think Nicolas Cage already bought a castle with our previous two movies.
Well,
He
I
doesn't
still
need
think
another
he needs
one.
a role in it somehow. He has to. We
Yeah,
already
he's
have
in
two.
our last two movies. We can't have
Exactly.
him in this one.
We can't. No, Nicolas Cage needs a break. These two movies are already filming. We can't afford him for a third.
Okay,
I think
so
we can get him for cheap.
No, Nicolas Cage is directing.
Oh, I like it.
okay, there we go. All right, what did we say?
Okay, so we have our Who doctor on the ground is
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster is on the ground. She's at ground zero. Her and then who's her contact at the CDC? She
Orlando
needs-
Bloom.
Ooh, I haven't seen him in anything in a while. What has he been up to besides hobbiting?
I don't know.
Does he even act anymore?
Her contact should be Bryan Cranston.
I like that. We need some Cranston action in here. And I think we should bring back a little bit of Breaking Bad with it and cast Aaron Paul in something too.
Where would we put him? We need what other characters you want in this?
All right. So we have the contact at the CDC, and there's a problem now.
Or should we have Bryan Cranston be on the floor and Jodie Foster be the contact?
No,
back
no,
at
he should.
CDC?
I don't think he should be on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
well,
Cranston does really well when he's interacting with other dealing with bureaucracy and being like, "Arr!"
who should we have the leader of the CDC?
Or maybe that should be Cranston. No,
we
well-
need an old person.
An old person. Okay.
Should we have Ian McKellen or somebody like that?
Bryan Cranston's an old person.
Oh, I mean an older person.
Older.
Alan Alda. Alan Alda is the head of our CDC.
That'd be pretty awesome, actually.
Christopher Walken, man.
No, it's Alan Alda, and he still goes by Hawkeye.
Okay.
That's stupid. So stupid.
Fine, he doesn't go by Hawkeye, but Alan Alda is the head of our CDC because
Christopher
want
Walken
that.
should be patient zero.
I'm on board with that. Christopher Walken dies in the first 5 minutes of the film.
But his acting in the first 5 minutes was the best acting you've ever
He's
seen.
I'm about to die.
When you actually have Christopher Walken in an acting role, he is amazing.
Yes.
He was hunting a deer.
Or
or
in
was he
Seven
hunted?
Psychopaths.
He was hunted by a deer.
Sure.
All right. So, Jodie Foster contacts Bryan Cranston because,
Well, they have to find out who Patient Zero is first. They don't know who this is.
Yeah,
because
that's
the
right.
Stuff's already going on.
she's in Africa, and because that's where all these diseases start.
Why is Christopher Walken there? He's like a philanthropist or something.
No, he's a poacher.
He's a poacher.
He's a poacher.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
He's a poacher.
He poached the wrong thing and then ate it or something and got the disease from it.
Something, yeah. There was something
Okay.
going on there.
He poached
So
him.
she's got to meet somebody in Africa Because she's trying to figure out who Patient Zero is.
Yes. So, let's see who. She meets up with Chris Rock in Africa.
No,
No.
he is not gonna.
No. That would ruin our movie right there.
Really
Fine,
would.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
What about? Doesn't have to be a black
Closer.
person.
Well,
Yeah, huh?
I think
Or in
so.
Africa.
I was thinking like, what's his face? The guy who plays Agent Smith or something like that.
Oh no! Who plays Muldoon in Jurassic Park? The guy who's like clever girl.
Oh, I don't know.
Because
who
he's
that
South
is.
African.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll go with him.
All right. So the guy who plays Muldoon in Jurassic Park.
I don't know. He might be a little too old for this.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago.
Yeah, but he's been working in remote African villages as a doctor.
I don't think so. I think
What about just Sam Neill?
Sam Neill. All right.
I mean, he's pretty old now too.
Yes. We could do Yvonne Strahovski. She's in Chuck.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum's going to be in this movie
Okay,
for
good.
sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Muldoon is Bob Peck.
Bob Peck.
No, I don't think so.
No.
He died in 1999.
Jorge Garcia is there.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. At the
Oh,
age of
man.
53, he died.
That really just kind of brings me down. That was let's see, Jurassic
Too
Park
bad
came
we
out
can't
in
have
94.
Dennis Hopper in this movie too. He's dead.
Oh man,
Bowser.
so many
Yeah,
dead
that's true.
people in this movie.
Okay, where are we?
Okay, well we're still trying to figure out who he's meeting with. So who played the South African in District 9 or District 13? Was that?
Oh, the guy who was also in Elysium.
Yeah.
What if we meet Digimon something? He was the black guy in Gladiator that fixed.
Oh, there we
He's
go.
also in Blood Diamond as well. with
Okay.
Leo DiCaprio.
All right. So we meet up with him. He has a small role in this film, and he leads us to the poaching camp, where we see Christopher Walken dying. Because throughout this opening sequence, I feel like we keep getting we see Christopher Walken, poach the thing like a walrus.
But isn't
or
the
whatever.
disease already going on? Like,
Yeah,
shouldn't
okay,
he be
yeah.
dead already?
Yeah. So I guess we're seeing flashbacks of Christopher Walken throughout.
Okay.
Like
And the doctor that's trying to help Christopher Walken is
finds the poaching camp, and finds just a bunch of dead people.
Okay.
The doctor.
But if we're having flashbacks, we got to have a doctor that's in.
I'm thinking
in there,
a no
but he's
name.
still alive
because
right now.
because Christopher Walken is stealing every scene as he's
okay.
dying. We just know just some new actor.
Oh, okay.
And it wouldn't be they're
It's
basically
not a big
there,
part.
and then they're gonna be one of the people that get.
Yeah, they're one of the
affected by.
corpses when they show
Yeah.
up.
I figured he might still be alive
Right.
because he might have the information
So-
of what they need.
No. That's all done with lab work at the CDC because this disease comes back to America.
Oh.
By hitching
Because-
a ride.
Hitching a
Yeah,
ride.
because Jodie Foster finds the disease and has it, but then something happens on the plane. And what if the plane crashes and then the disease gets let loose, like they land in a major urban place or something?
yeah, it crashes in an urban place and some little kid goes up and then he gets sick.
Like Georgia.
Yeah.
Because Atlanta's a big hub. Or JFK.
Well, Atlanta's where the head of the CDC is.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So it's perfect.
Okay, it crash lands in
and
Georgia.
that's why Bryan Cranston can get there so quickly
Or Atlanta. It crash lands in Atlanta.
because that's where they're flying to.
Yep.
And something goes wrong. All right,
And
man.
then that's where once you're in Atlanta, you have a different crew going. I think that'd be so. You have the people that came over on the plane,
And
but
that's
then
where
you have-
Aaron Paul comes in. He's the head of the ground crew in
No.
Atlanta. Oh,
I don't think-
man.
I think we should. That's
But
where
he can
Jeff-
go.
That's
Diseases,
the-
bitch.
He's like he is an EMT. He's an EMT that goes and tries before anybody gets there. He tries to save people on the plane, but he's one of the first people that gets sick.
All right.
And he starts. Nobody knows he was there really, so he starts spreading the disease around Atlanta.
Aaron Paul causes all the problems.
Meanwhile, the
I like
protagonist going on in Atlanta, while the other people are going on in South Africa.
So wait,
It'll be
who-
Jeff
who-
Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum will be the main
this.
protagonist
Oh,
in Atlanta.
Yeah. This is a Jeff Goldblum vehicle.
That'd be pretty awesome, actually.
I was gonna say maybe Aaron Paul goes and does his work there, but he doesn't know he's sick, and then meets up with Jeff Goldblum somewhere.
And Jeff Goldblum is like, dude, you're sick. And then quarantines him and he dies.
Okay.
Oh, no. The entire time, Jeff Goldblum and Aaron Paul are an item. And
Oh, okay, just in time for Pride, right?
Yeah, and then so they're and so like kind of like an outbreak where he's trying to save his wife. Jeff Goldblum is spending the entire movie trying to save Aaron Paul.
But he doesn't succeed.
What a beautiful love.
I love this movie already.
So how does it end?
With Aaron Paul dead.
Yeah. Well, besides that, though,
Like
there's a huge infection hitting Atlanta now.
This is the prequel to the movie The Road. That's what this is.
I like it. Yeah.
Because
It has a bleak ending. I feel like this movie has to have a bleak ending. All of our other ones ended on a happy note.
Yeah.
This one, the disease runs rampant. 10% of the population survives.
yeah, the disease runs rampant, then the only way to cure it is starting nuking places to try and rid the disease, but that just makes it worse. And then finally the whole world's nuked
feeds
and
on
10% of
radiation.
the world is alive still.
I like it.
'Cause it feeds.
I'm
It's
on
not
board.
just aim.
Yeah, and the disease is still going on, but the people that are left alive are the ones who are immune to the disease.
I like it. I'm totally on board with that.
And then Vigo comes in.
And then the apes take over.
Yes. Well, the apes have already died.
Oh, that's right. That's right. This isn't a prequel.
I can't wait for Rise of the Planet of the
Right,
Apes.
that's soon, isn't it?
That's
That's
gonna
like
be- yeah, it's
next
gonna be
week or
great.
something.
It's next week?
It's in the next week or so.
I'll look it up.
Oh man, we're gonna go see the shit out of that movie.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes
I'm going
is
in my
so great.
I'm going in my gorilla suit again.
Or wait, Rise was the 2011
Right.
one. What's the next
No,
one?
no. This
Rise is this one.
Rise is
It
this
says
one.
2011 on this one.
No, it's Dawn of the. Well,
I think it's Dawn of the Planet
Is
of
it
the Apes.
Dawn?
Maybe.
Was Rise the last one?
maybe it was.
I don't know. I want to watch that
Yeah,
because
that's the new one. Dawn
you
is
get to
the
see
one.
Draco Malfoy get tased.
Yeah.
And Gary Oldman's in it. July 11th.
Ah, man. Oh, that's the weekend of the
Homebrew.
River
Homebrew
Falls
thing.
Days.
Yep.
Hey, Andy Serkis plays Caesar.
He played
Who
Caesar
else
in
are
the
gonna
last
do?
one, too.
That's gonna play.
Yeah,
with the CG?
who does CG besides Andy Serkis?
But I'm excited for Gary Oldman.
gonna be so good. That was a fun discussion, guys.
It was. Oh my god, I'm watching the trailer right now. It's beautiful.
I'm not that excited about it.
You should be. You really should be.
Yes, you should be.
All right, guys. Have you been sitting around at home trying to figure out, man, I really like those Blind Ninja Studios guys, but I wish I could give them money.
Oh, yes.
Well,
every
you
day.
can. You really can. We actually have a couple ways you guys can support us. One is you can support us directly by going to patreon.com/blindninjastudios and making a monthly donation, and you get a little bit of a, I guess, reward or treat in return. You
Yeah,
get
we may be
something-
making
something
t-shirts
back.
sometime.
So you can find that at patreon.com/blindninjastudios. If you go to blindninjastudios.com, you can find it at the bottom of our homepage. That's right. It used to be at the top, and now it's at the bottom. Changing stuff up. All right. The other way you can support us is if you go to blindninjastudios.com, and you'll see an Amazon link at the bottom of the homepage. You go ahead and click on that, do your regular Amazon shopping, and we'll just get a cut of that. You're going to do that shopping anyway, and we're going to get a nice chunk of that. So why have that money go to Amazon when it can come support us? It's a super easy way to just show us how much you care.
Of course, there's always the method of getting a money brick put together and throwing it at us.
You're right. Carlos wants you to pelt him with bricks of money.
Do it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm okay with that.
So am I.
Don't forget about the Divine Homebrew Competition on Sunday, July 13th. That's going from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. If you're in the area, please come down. I believe it's $5 or $10 to get in for all day. And there's going to be a bunch of great homebrew. There's going to be a bunch of breweries there. So you'll be able to try some of their beer. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a big event this year. Plus, we're live broadcasting the entire thing. We're doing a live showing of Homebrew Bound, and we're going to do some live interviews and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you can't make it that day, you can at least listen in live. And that's going to be at blindninjastudios.com/live is for all the audio. I don't think we're going to have any video up, but we'll have the audio feed going. And if you have any feedback on this episode or any show ideas that you'd like to send us, go ahead and send those to feedback@blindninjastudios.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/blindninjastudios or follow us on Twitter at blind_ninja. And I'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.